On to our developing story tonight. A day-long dragnet for the second of two brothers believed to be behind Monday's Boston bombings ended last night with police capturing the suspect covered in blood and hiding in a boat in the backyard of a man who called 911 after becoming suspicious of activity on his property. The News First International Desk has been monitoring the events that unfolded since the bombing on Monday and the statewide manhunt that ended last night. Authorities exchanged gunfire with the second suspect in the Boston Marathon bombings last evening before taking him into custody.
Video footage from the scene showed heavily armed officers from various law enforcement organizations descending on the location where suspect Dzhokhar Tsarnaev was found hiding in a boat.
There are two more banks right there.
According to Boston police, a telephone call from a resident led police to the boat where Tsarnaev was hiding, and a police helicopter detected a heat signal that confirmed his presence there. Tsarnaev is one of two brothers believed to have set off bombs made in pressure cookers and packed with ball bearings and nails at the finish line of the world-famous event, killing 3 people and injuring 176. The older brother, Tamerlan Tsarnaev, was killed on Thursday night in a shootout with police less than a mile from where last night's capture took place. The FBI had publicized pictures of the two men on Thursday and asked the public for help in identifying them. People cheered, waved and applauded in Watertown, Massachusetts after police captured the surviving suspect in the Boston Marathon bombings. The area looked like a party scene after a winning sports game. Some people yelled, "We got him," while others thanked the police as they drove by. State police said that the suspect in the Boston bombing was in serious condition, bleeding, and taken to Massachusetts General Hospital.
It was a very, very complicated case, a very challenging case, and there are still some questions remaining to be answered. But as the Colonel said, because of that extraordinary collaboration and cooperation by all of these law enforcement resources and assets, and more to the point, people, professionals, who brought their A game, we have a suspect in custody tonight.
Today, the City of Boston, the City of Cambridge, and the City of Watertown, and many other communities can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that two perpetrators who caused so much pain and anguish are no longer a threat to our personal safety and to our communities.
US President Barack Obama pledged that the United States will find out whether the two brothers suspected of carrying out the Boston Marathon bombings received help. Ending a stressful week, Obama appeared in the White House briefing room after police arrested the lone surviving suspect in the Boston suburb of Watertown, ending the manhunt. The other suspect was killed in a shootout overnight with police.
Tonight, our nation is in debt to the people of Boston and the people of Massachusetts. After a vicious attack on their city, Bostonians responded with resolve and determination. They did their part as citizens and partners in this investigation. Obviously, tonight there are still many unanswered questions. The families of those killed so senselessly deserve answers. The wounded, some of whom now have to learn how to stand and walk and live again, deserve answers. And so I've instructed the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security and our intelligence community to continue to deploy all the necessary resources to support the investigation, to collect intelligence, and to protect our citizens. We will determine what happened. We will investigate any associations that these terrorists may have had, and we'll continue to do whatever we have to do to keep our people safe.
Getting back to more local news now, General Secretary of the Citizens Front, Parliamentarian Jeffrey Wronka, expressed the following views on the threats that have been made on the MTV, NBC media networks and its journalists.
This is not something new. The Sirasa media had problems for a long period of time. They had threats for the past 15 years. The reason behind this is because Sirasa exposes the politicians and institutes that worked against the people and investigated them and also provided the people with the news they needed to know. There are individuals who are working against fraud, corruption and violation of human rights. A group that cannot tolerate this is engaged in this campaign. They have hurled stones at this institute. However, no arrests have been made as yet and no one has been brought before the law. This institute was attacked with bombs. Today the government is saying that they did not do it and that someone else did it. No one is taking responsibility for this.
අද රණ්ඩුව දිනේ මමද ගෙව්වේ යා මම නෙමෙයි ගෙව්වේ යා ගෙව්වේ යා නෙමෙයි ගෙව්වේ මෙයා ගෙව්වේ කියලා. නමුත් එක්කෙනෙකුත් වාක්‍යම බාර ගන්නත් නැහැ.
On to other local news. The 3-day News First media workshop conducted at the Uva-Velasi University concluded successfully today.
The media workshop was conducted in both Sinhala and Tamil mediums. A selected number of students from across the island attended the workshop. Senior journalists attached to News First provided the students with theoretical as well as practical training on news presentation. News First taught us on how to become a compere. I thought it was a simple process, but it's more complex than I thought. This is actually a challenge. In order to achieve something, we must do exercises. They taught us how to achieve our goals.
Now the following report was filed by News First U reporter Buddhika Roshan from Kandy.
A bus with a group of pilgrims flying from Alpitia Gaul to Kandy met with an accident at around 5:30 last evening in the Rambodu area in Nuwara Eliya. The reason for the accident was a malfunction in the brake system in the bus. Over 30 persons were aboard the bus at the time of the accident and no one was seriously injured. A girl who went into shock was admitted to hospital.
කම්පැනියට පත් වූ තරුණියක් එවෙලෙම රෝහල්ගත කෙරිණි. මම නිවුස් ෆස්ට් යූ රිපෝටර් වෙනුවෙන් බුද්ධික රොෂාන් මහනුවර සිට.
For the first time, India's nuclear watchdog, the Atomic Energy Regulatory Board, has indicated that faulty parts have been found at the Kundankulam nuclear power plant. However, the Department of Atomic Energy, which reports to the Prime Minister of India, has been insisting that the nuclear facility in coastal Tamil Nadu is safe and ready to be commissioned in weeks. The officials said that the problematic valves have been replaced. Meanwhile, protesters, including the local fishermen and villagers in India who have campaigned long and hard against the plant, voicing their concern that substandard equipment had been installed at the plant. SP Uday Kumar, leader of the anti-Kundankulam protesters, says that the plant is not safe, adding that not just the valves, but the pressure vessel itself is deficient and the project should be scrapped. And with that, we're now going to look at Action TV. Construction activities on the Pallekele Dumbara prison commenced in 2005 with an estimate of 700 million rupees. Attempts were made by the former Commissioner General of Prisons to declare open the complex before construction activities were completed. An attempt was made to open the complex on the 30th of December 2012. However, he failed to do so. This was because the subject minister inspected the construction activities of the complex 2 days after Action TV revealed that the Dumbara prison complex could not be declared open by the 30th of December. On the 25th of last month, the new prison complex was declared open. Incidentally, the opening took place 6 days before the former Commissioner General of Prisons retired. 6 days after it was declared open, Action TV revealed that there is a large dearth of both human resources and physical resources which hinders the functioning of the prison. Faults in construction proved to be an even more worrying issue for officials. Key among them was the constant overflowing of toilets. Last Thursday, Action TV revealed that the remedial steps taken by the Department of Prisons could cause possible environmental damage and pose to be a health risk. The Commissioner General of Prisons, speaking to the media while on an inspection tour of the Anuradhapura prison, questioned the authenticity of the Action TV revelation. None of the newly constructed toilets were shown to Action TV. I said, we would accept it if they point out our shortcomings with good intentions. The inability to realize that toilets were overflowing in the Dumbara prison through this footage, which was broadcast on Thursday's Action TV revelation, is an eye-opener to rectify the problem at hand. While the Commissioner General of Prisons was in Anuradhapura, Action TV cameras captured these footage in close proximity to a tributary of the Mahaveli River in the Dumbara area. Incidentally, this is in close proximity to a settlement in the Kundasali North area as well.
අඩිපාරින් තමයි ජර වතුර ඇල එන්නේ ඒ පාර හරහා. මොකක් කරන්න යන්න ඕන නම් බාන්න පුළුවන් පාර මිනිස්සුන්ට නේ ජර වතුර ගෙනල්ලා උයනවත් එක්ක ඔය මේ ජර වතුර යන්නේවා උයනවත් එක්ක ගෙනල්ලා. මේ පහුණු කාලේක ඇඟ ඔක්කොම කහන්න පටන් ගත්තා මේ ඔය වතුර නාලා අපි.
මහවැලි ගඟට අපද්‍රව්‍ය
We have reduced dumping sewage into Mahaweli River by around 99%. We are currently constructing the sewage treatment plant. It will be completed within 3 months.
අපිට තව මාස 3ක් ඇතුළත් යනකොට මේ සියල්ල සිද්ධ කරන්න පුළුවන්.
This issue arose due to the arrogance of prison officials who went ahead and declared open a prison complex which was under construction. Who will save the area residents from the ill effects of this sewage until the prisons department completes construction activities in 3 months? Director General of the Central Environmental Authority, this is over to you. On to sports news this evening. St. Thomas's College Mount Lavinia clinched the Canon RS Serum Shield by defeating Trinity College Kandy at the annual rugby match played at the Havelock grounds in Colombo. St. Thomas's College led the first half of the game 13 points to 10. The Thomians added another 16 points to their tally in the second half, while the lads from Kandy could only score 5 points after lemons. Thereby, St. Thomas's College won the game 29 points to 15. The 29 points scored by St. Thomas's College comprised of 2 tries, 2 conversions, 4 penalties and a drop goal. Now, researchers from Georgia Tech University say a deadly seaweed is destroying coral reefs of Fiji because of overfishing. After studying hours of footage, the researchers found that the fish species which historically eat the seaweed have largely disappeared, allowing the toxic plant to spread and overwhelm the coral. Here's a look. For the News First team, I'm Ramesh Bandara. Good night.